Today I want to show you how to address both a privacy and safety concern, and that is if you have a front door or another exterior door in your house that has these side lights. Now I love the side lights, they give a little natural light to the space, but what you need to remember is the deadbolt and door handle are about 10 inches away from this pane of glass. So if somebody wanted to get into your home, all they would have to do is break this pane of glass, reach in, undo your deadbolt and your door handle lock, and then they can easily get in. So today I'm going to show you how to easily fix this to increase the privacy and also, more importantly, the safety at your front door. So let's jump into it. So the product I'm going with is ODL Add-on Door Blinds. I have used this before. 3 years ago I installed one on a patio door and it's still going strong today. Never had to dust it. Blinds never got damaged by kids or pets. So that's really the strength of these kind of all-inclusive units, and they're only about 1.5 inches wide, so it really doesn't stand out and most people don't even notice it. And the way it works, you have these two sliders. One side will raise and lower the blinds, and then the other slider you'll adjust to just close or open the blinds. So those sliders give you the control, and again, everything's all inclusive, and because it has tempered glass, it's going to give you another layer, or actually two if you include the blinds, that if somebody wanted to actually break through your side light to get access to your door locks, they have quite a bit more they need to go through. So it's not going to stop somebody after minutes with a sledgehammer, but it's going to be a good deterrent, making a ton more noise and taking a lot more time to get into your house, which the vast majority of times that deterrent is going to be enough. So the first thing you need to check is the overall size of your side lights. Now specifically, a common size is going to be 7 inches wide. So the glass itself is going to be 7 inches wide, and then by 64 inches in height. Now remember that glass is behind your frame. ODL makes two different types. One is a raised frame like I have here, where the frame is actually raised off the surface, and then they also make a flush frame, so make sure you're getting the right one. If you measure from the frame, you're looking at more like 9 inches by 66 inches would be the dimensions you're looking for this specific product to match up. Now overall installation is pretty easy, so let's jump into it, and there is an extra step that some people miss that you do not want to overlook. And that step is pretty simple but important. So we're going to add on these blinds, so you make sure, at least on the inside of these side lights, to clean them off, get rid of any dirt, debris, dust, or smudge marks prior to doing this installation. Once you're done with that, now we'll go on to step 1, and this is very important, especially if these doors have been painted in the past. So I'm just going to use a sharp utility knife, and I'm going to score between the surface and the raised frame, making sure that that raised frame can break loose without peeling off a bunch of paint. So take your time here. It's pretty easy, but you don't want to force anything to scratch your door. So we'll finish up on the bottom with our score mark, and then I'll use that same utility knife. You could also use a flathead screwdriver, and I'll pop off 3 plugs at the bottom, one in the middle, and then one on the left hand side and one on the right hand side. Then I'll take a Phillips head screwdriver or a bit with an impact driver like this, and I'll just loosen up those screws. Now we're going to do the same thing just on the top side. So we're going to take those plugs out, again the same 3 plugs that you saw on the lower end. And then once those are removed, go ahead and back off those screws so we have a little play with that raised frame. Then we'll go back down to the bottom, and we're going to install 2 spacers. These spacers are actually going to go under the raised frame because we want to space it out slightly from the surface, and that's going to help secure the bottom part of the add-on door blinds. Now you want to measure there and make sure you're 1.5 inches away from the edge. That'll give us the clearance we need for the 2 clips to be secured underneath the raised frame. Then once you have them in position, let's go ahead and secure those 3 screws back down. That will tighten up those spacers, and then also we will insert the 3 plugs just to give a nice finished look. Then you'll move to the top side because we have 2 brackets, and they are labeled, one left and one right, that will do something similar. They're going to go behind the raised frame, and they do have two tabs, one on the outside, so you'll push that snug to the outside of the raised frame, and then one on the top that's going to give you the right elevation. You get both of those set, and then again, you can cinch down those screws to get that raised frame securely fastened again, replace your plugs, and now we're ready to hang the add-on blinds. So take your blinds and then we'll lift them up and over, and you'll see there are small slots on the actual blinds themselves. So you'll slide that down and you can see I'll shift it over slightly, and then those tabs will fall into those slots, securing the top side. Then you go to the bottom side and you just press these two clips into place, and then those will hold the bottom side of your blind. And that's it for installation, and overall it's a super clean look. You can see I have my two side lights now covered with these add-on blinds. They run about $120 to $140. You can check a link down below the video to our Amazon store, and under the blinds and windows section, you'll see this ODL add-on blind that I'm using at the side lights, and also the larger one I used at my back patio door, which I'm super happy with both of these products. So I know that price is a little high, but I just love the no maintenance of the ODL add-on blinds. It's not going to get damaged, you don't have to dust them, they're not going to get dirty, and they just work really nice letting light in, or you can just go ahead and draw back your blinds and get full light back into your living space. Close them at night to increase the privacy, and also, like I said, a little bit more security to help deter anybody breaking that glass and getting access to your deadbolt or your door handle. Another project I just knocked out at one of the house that really cleaned up the look was a flat screen TV on the wall with a dangling power cord. I was able to move the outlet behind the TV without doing any drywall or paint, and if that's a project you want to take on, check out this video right here. I'll walk you through the complete process so you get that nice clean look at your own home. So thanks for joining me on this video, and we'll catch you on that next one. Take care.